Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice, nice. All right, perfect. Looks like we got everyone here. All right. So anyway, nice little morning. Get a nice little runner going in the in the pre-market. Haven't seen something like this in a while. A DRCT. That was one of the morning stocks on the watch list early this morning. And like I said, if you make sure you get our alerts, hopefully you subscribe to it. Maybe you got a little Twitter there. But if you're in the Cyber Group room, everyone should be joining this stock right now. Found the stock early, 7:30 this morning. You could see it right here. Great little pop. Look at that, from 360, hover around 420. Look at this bad boy go. I want to show you something that we're very, very popular with for all of you guys here. I know we have some people on YouTube, Facebook Live don't know about this, but always have to remind everybody. This is our level 4 where you get to see the orders. Look at these guys getting filled. There was a big guy right here for about 11,000. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what? He hovered. It took him out. There was nobody left. Boom. Hit this guy right here, 450. Look at that. There's really no one left. Let me see. There's no one out there. I mean, you know what that means, right? Fellow traders, but nice little move right there. We'll talk a little bit about it. But before we do, let's talk about before we go through the watch list, let's go through and see what we traded yesterday, because there were a couple of nice little stocks out there I do want to kind of mention that we did pretty well. So we know Monday is, kind of iffy, things that are moving and everything. I actually took a little bit of a loss yesterday, a little bit of a hit, but actually, I'm sorry, I took a really big hit, okay, and I'll tell you why. I traded AMC, okay, and AMC, let me just bring this up right here. You could see right here, the stock got halted, and the stock shot up, and it went from like $30 all the way to about 33, and I tried to get out. I got in somewhere by like 32 or something like that. I ended up getting out all the way down here around 29. So it was a really expensive, fast loss, and I'm glad I did got out of it, because look what happened. It dropped all the way down to 26. Now, fortunately, I made a lot of it back on Hood, okay? Robinhood did really well. I'm like, oh, crap, you know what? I got to put my head down. I got to get focused again. And I made a lot of it back yesterday. So I was really excited about that. And you know what? I would have made so much more money in Hood if I didn't have to play catch up. That's the problem, that like when you're down more than you could afford, that what we teach you what to do, you get to the point like, you know what? You lost so much, it's like, anything, you got to just chip away little by little, chip away. And there was some really good moves in Hood, and I kind of jumped in right around here, and right around the 14, and it went all the way to about 1460, and it came back down, and then it made that big pop. I got this big pop right here, and I think a lot of you in the Cyber Group room also, there was a lot of you in there that jumped in with me too, and we got around the 1440, and the thing did just a beautiful run all the way to 1540. So it kind of saved my ass right there a little bit, and it went all the way up a little bit higher. I gave a little bit back because I was trading up about 11 o'clock. It came down a little bit here. And then you can see I went from like 16 down to 1540, but didn't really do too bad. But you know what? This big little run right here really helped me out a lot. There were a couple other stocks that we did trade too that did pretty well. DraftKings made a nice move yesterday. It wasn't the most, consistent in the morning, but once it got past this 1970, it went up a little bit. Did it shake? Went up. You could see it was making higher highs. It was kind of slow after about 11 o'clock because it only went from like 2025. You could see it went to like 2060. Not really the big move. The chart looks obviously a lot better. Mavis, MVIS, was also a really nice little inexpensive winner. So there were a couple of good pops yesterday. This one was an early runner. Had a really good move right here early. You could see it right around 10:15. What a nice run from 440 all the way to 510. And what else did we have that did? We have two more. It was Job Y. Job Y. There you go. That one, you could see it. Nice early mover too, up to about 11 o'clock. Went from 570 to 660. And also CLVR. That one also a nice little cheapie right there. So these are the things that we traded yesterday. And listen, if you're new here to CyberTrade University, and don't worry about every day is a new adventure at CyberTrade University. So I kind of like to scratch out the past. I worry about the future. There's a bunch of new stocks because, like I said, look what happened over here. The DRCT. I mean, look what a beautiful run that was. Now, when I go back and you look at it, This stock obviously must have came out of earnings or something, but great news right after hours. Thing ran from 250 all the way up to about right here around 380. Great run up in the after hours. So whoever stuck around in the after hours and saw that stock, you did pretty well. And you could see what happened. Now the thing is really like picking up steam. I'm going to go back over here on level 4 and show you what's going on. So remember I told you there was no one out there when we saw it right around the 470? Look where it is now. It's at 486. Now you're starting to get a couple of sellers that are popping in, 10,000, 5,000. Let's see if they take the guy out right here. Let's see if you see him right here. You can see these orders coming in here. There's all algorithms that are coming in. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so you guys could see it. 10,000 right there. So you know that's a big resistance levels. For some of you who don't know what a support resistance, that's what it is. So, and boom, look at it, held them down and pop, there you go. Big drop right there. So I got to follow the money. So that was one stock that's moving this morning. And you know what? If you bought it when when we found it early this morning, you should probably be done for the day. I mean, there's nothing more to do out there. But if you didn't, don't worry about it. There's a bunch of new ones that are moving. And like yesterday and like every day here, it's always a brand new adventure at Cyber Trading University. So we got that stock. There's only about 3 more that I found in pre-market. NAOV is another one that's moving pretty nicely too. You could see that stock, very cheap stock. A lot of you Cyber Group members, you should remember the stock. We traded it back in July. The stock was about 50 cents, and the damn thing ran to $4. In one day, the thing ran from, I think it was the next day right there. Yeah. In one day, if you look over there, it ran from 70 cents to $2.71. You know the stock very well. It should be in your journals. Look how you traded it. We know it moves. Nice spread, nice tier sizes. Good little stock right there going into trading into the open. Next stock that came on my watch list, ADGI. Another big stock a lot of you remember. This is pretty scary when you think about this. This stock was literally $20. A lot of you remember it. It was a great, great short squeeze. It ran all the way up to about 18. The next day it ran from 50. The damn thing ran to $80. Okay, you can see it, $78. And then obviously came crashing down. ADGI, that was a stock that we traded right through January and right the last week of Christmas. Well, she's moving again this morning. She got, it's just a pharmaceutical stock. You could see it right away. Nice little pop. She's trending down a little bit right here. I'm going to see what's going on on the order wise. See what I got going on over here. Not really that much. Not really. I see some big orders at 7. Guy was at the 6. He just pulled his order. So you can see how. Yeah, it makes sense. See that little resistance level right there? Everybody see that on the intraday? See that resistance and pre-market? Let me just show you where that order was. There's a guy right here. Look at that. He's right there. See it? He's been out there this morning. Boom. He's the one that held it down. All right. Guess he didn't take that guy out. All right. Let's go see what else. And we got one more here that I have. SNOA. So it's not the biggest mover. There's a 15,000 share buyer right now here. You got a little bit of a Fausto flag that's being built right here. We all know if you're a student at Cyber Trading University, you know what that means, right? So nice little move right there. And then, that's it. That's it. I'm not really a lot. Well, you could see we got a lot of reds going on right now in the watch list. So the market is obviously down today. But there are a couple of stocks that are moving. We're doing pretty well on our swing trades. I mean, we saw ABIV. That thing is just an animal. It's just so slow. Doing well with that. We're doing great with Costco. If it breaks that resistance, we're doing well with we're doing really well with Mara. I mean, a lot of you jumped in. If you can't trade the crypto, you could trade the blockchains. If everyone got in at 22, you're doing pretty well on that one. So a lot of things are doing pretty well. Coin obviously had a nice pop from 152. So a lot of those. Chewy's getting hit today. My God, Chewy is not doing well. I'm so happy I got out of Chewy. I mean, we trading that we got. I think we all got out of it right around the 80s. Look where it is now into the 30s. Okay. Remember, the biggest thing you learn as being a good trader, what we always teach you at Cyber Trading University, is you got to know how to take losses. Okay. That's everyone's biggest issue. Everybody likes to talk about winners. Nobody likes to talk about losses. I talk about losers more than winners because that's how you learn to stick around in this business. All right. Now, that pretty much does it. Now, I know we did an event yesterday, and we had a shitload of people that registered. Okay, and they're not in here yet because for you to get access to be to get in our room, you have to make sure you have to book your appointment. You got to talk to education advisor. We take this very seriously. So if you're new and you're watching this video before you're getting into the cyber group room, make sure you book your appointment as soon as you can. Let them know what your starting date would be, and then you can go from there. Just but remember, this is a trading room that you're in if you're in a cyber group room. Now, if you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, obviously you could always join us, like us, friend us. You can always do a trial for $9. It's cheap, you know. It's with inflation, it's probably cheaper than a cup of coffee now at Starbucks. But if you're looking to make a career out of it, here's your chance. But it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the best days of the week to trade. You got Josh that's doing phase 2, lesson 3 and 4 today, right after 10:30. So if you're a student of Cyber Trade University, you know where the most important thing is where you need to be. It's not in the cyber group room, it's in class. You got to learn before you could earn. So he's got some great content and great stuff he's got to cover. So make sure you're in there. And if you ever want to learn, make sure just ask. Any other questions, guys, before we go? Anything else that's moving? We got somebody on YouTube that says, Fausto, what about the let me look at that one. You talking about the AXS? I mean, that's been a rocket of a stock. It's done really, really well from 50 to 60 in the past month. It's breaking 52-week highs. I like it. It's a really nice trade right there. Okay, Eagle USA, whoever you are. Brian says IMPP might be worth watching. Let me bring that one up. IMPP. We trade that stock so many times. Yeah, I like that. IMPP, you know, that remember, we traded that at $2.50, went to $10. It was a great, great swing. Absolutely. Great call, Brian, on that stock. IMPP. The reason why it's things are coming up right now is because what's happening is a lot of these stocks, they're making the 9 a.m. move. Remember, there's program trading kicks in around 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, and 9. So that one, great call. I don't know if you got a piece of it, but it's doing well. Robert's also bringing up TEL. TEL's moving. TEL's got resistance levels right around here. She's, you know, good volume, spread's decent. I'll probably put it on the B list, Robert. All right? Grant says lead a call the SNOA. You know, it's like I said, it's one of the stocks on the watch list. It did make a move. Look, it did break that Fausto flag, which I just told you, which you all know. Beautiful Fausto flag. So if you got in at 4, you're doing pretty well right now. You just made yourself 10, 13 cents right there. 1,000 shares, $130. What does that come out to be? About 20, 30,000 a year. I'll take it. All right. All right, guys. So let's get back to trading. Let's get ready. Markets opening up in a little bit. And if you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, we are here every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30 the afternoon, the two best times to trade. So if you missed the morning hours, you could join us in the afternoons. And don't forget to watch some previous videos of some of these stocks that we did trade so you learn. Cyber traders, you see something, remember, you say something. Good luck today, and we'll start commentating in the Cyber Group room once the market opens up at 9:30. Good luck. Happy trading, everybody.